Ben here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the NC MX-5.
Before I get to the review of this model, I think it's quite important that I go into the history of the MX-5 lineup. So we start out in 1989 with the MX-5 NA, and it's probably the most famous model. Like, my dad has one of these in this exact colour combination, actually. The dark green with the tan interior, and with the steering wheel. I forgot what it was. You told me just now. Nardi. Steering wheel. This model's known by various names: Unos Roadster, Mazda Miata, Mazda Roadster, and Mazda MX-5, just to name a few. Every combination possible. The Americans tend to like Miata because it was what I saw us over there. Here we had both the MX-5 and the Unos. My dad had a Unos. Then second generation is the MB from 98 to 2005. Apologise. It's a very well-liked model. They're quite cheap. But due to the EU regulations changing, these were quite rushed apparently. And it was probably the reason why they didn't have any pop-up headlights, because that was the big EU regulation change. Again, I'm quoting this straight from the owner because, hey, Rich is a lovely bloke. He tells me about this. He's also the guy that lent me the Civic. The third gen, which is the one I'm reviewing in this video, the NC, is the 2005 to 2015 model. It's an often overlooked model that I personally really like, and I'll get onto more of the details in a second once this review properly starts. And then finally we have the ND, the fourth generation. It's the current generation, 2015 on. It's the most modern looking model. It's quite well liked from what I've seen. And hopefully I'll be able to review one in the future, so like and subscribe, and people will probably let me have them if I get a big enough following. But anyway, let's get on to the review.
The specifications of this particular model are that this has the 2-litre, 120 cubic inch if you speak in feet engine, that makes 157 brake horsepower, the 0 to 60 in 7.6 seconds, and is limited to 150 miles per hour, and allegedly they do 36 mpg, which is actually backed up by the owner of this car, who says his does about 35, and allegedly it does 374 miles per tank. Again, that's a big allegedly from Mazda. Actually, this is pretty good with an insurance group 26 compared to some of its competitors, like the convertible TT, which I used to have one of them, and was more around the 30 mark. It gets about £330 worth of road tax, is 3,995mm long, and 1,730mm wide. So, in my opinion, this is quite an underestimated model, with it being quite underappreciated compared to its brethren. Because, in all fairness, they're very, very well priced for what you're getting, and actually were quite underappreciated up until about a couple of years ago now. And I think that these are actually quite good cars, because in the essence of it, it's a modern MX-5 that's actually decently well priced, because NDs are really expensive and then NAs are getting on a bit now, like they started in 89, but also they're pretty economical considering what they are, especially from an insurance standpoint, because as I mentioned, Audi TTs and the like cost a lot more to insure and have tax than these, so in essence of it, I'd say go for one of these. Now, I do really like the wide arches and the modern aesthetic to this car, but there are some points that me and the owner have discussed, like how these rear lights do look a bit Halfords in 2006, and how it's almost too round from some angles, but I do think it still looks quite good. But also, it does seem to be straying slightly away from the out there sports car aesthetic of the MX-5 to a more sensible, drivable one, which also can be a pro for some of these cars, because my dad used to daily drive his NA, so I know a little bit about these cars. So let's see how it fares with speed bumps. Oh, nothing can do worse than the TVR that time. Actually, that wasn't too bad. TVR scrapes. This is also the section where I rip off Doug DeMuro with interesting facts and details. So, first interesting fact is that these cars were built in Hiroshima. Yeah, so let's hope the leather inside is not from Hiroshima. That's a direct quote from the owner. Yeah. Also, have a look at this little bonnet bump here. To me, it's always looked like they got the 2-litre engine, put it in, realised it wouldn't fit, and just kind of slammed it down until it fit. So I like it. And also, these wide arches were actually quite controversial for this model, because apparently people thought it made it look a bit too fat and bloated. In my opinion, it looks really good, and it very much distinguishes these from MBs, which I think look a little bit too much like a fish. Also, the fuel filler cap, process is a bit difficult. You can't just press on it. I'll try and figure it out. The owner has literally just told me how to do it. So, let's see. Also, a little bit cramped in here, but it makes me feel big and strong. Look at this. I'm sat in here properly, all 5'2" of me. But, yeah, so, it's something to do with... That's the boot release. Wait, is that... What's that? So, I can't see. That's bonnet. Yeah, no, where's the... Yeah, no, it's got the bonnet there. Is it in here? That's the release for the... No. Alright, that looks like a petrol filler. I just put my phone there. Let's see if I can... There we go! And that's how to open the fuel filler cap on an NC MX-5. Hey, we managed to accidentally pop the bonnet then. So under this Hiroshima steel, you've got the glorious 2-litre Mazda engine. So, as I said before, it's got the wonderful specifications of 157 brake horsepower, new 0-60 in 7.6 seconds, it's 2-litre, that sort of thing. So, this is the powerhouse that makes all that happen. Panoramic shot. I consulted the owner and they're going to let me try to put the roof down. Let's see if my camera, it's very flimsy, swiveling setup. Alright, so, ignition... accessory should probably work. Let's see. Oh. My camera freaked out then. I'll put it in. Yeah, there you go. Alright, okay. Sorry about that. Alright, so it should be doing better. So, let's. Right. I might have to. I need to look to owner. So drop the windows a bit. Now I think we have to... I'll turn it off, save some petrol. Oh yeah. Release. Just make sure we don't break anything. Come on. This is very awkward. This is a borrowed car, so I don't really want to damage anything. There we go. So I've put the roof down. Let's see if I did a good job. Alright. And there we go, the roof is down. That was easier than I was expecting. Definitely easier than my Grand Vitara, I can tell you that for free. And the TVR, because you are just a weird roof where you have to take the roof off, put it in the boot, and then you can fold down the back if you want. It's awkward. Now, there are quite a few pros to buying the NC in my opinion. Firstly, like all MX-5s, these are great fun to drive, but they're also more sensible than other generations of MX-5. And, in my opinion, the design is actually quite good, and better than the MB in my opinion. Also, some of these cars can be amazing value for money. Some going from as low as £1,000 to 11,000, depending on the age, mileage, and what special edition it is. And unlike Corvettes, these are actually special editions. They're not, you've got your 30th anniversary, next year 25th anniversary, next year 10th anniversary. And also, these cars seem to have the retractable hard tops, which can be very good, but you can also have the regular hard tops like other MX-5s. And I think the sweet spot for these is around £6,000. And I think this one too is around that price range. And look, you get quite a bit of car for £6,000. So, I think for a decent daily driver MX-5, £6,000 is the right place to go, like one of these. Despite what I've said so far, with quite a glowing review, because I really like these cars, there are some issues to them. Firstly, these cars can have some rust issues on the sills, and the owner has told me that this one has had some issues with that. And it can also develop some age-related issues, as this is a car that's about 15 years old now. And the styling isn't liked by everyone, so people might say nasty things to you. But these cars can develop some issues that cost quite a bit to put right, like the multi-link suspension. Well, the links went on this car, and the owner told me that you can't just replace one link, you have to replace both. And then, the dealership he had it done at said they had the front parts too. So he had all the links done, which cost, according to him, quite a bit. And I can assume that that is definitely the truth. But yeah, so make sure the multi-links are alright. I'm inside the car now, which, despite people saying the soft tops were a bit noisy, it's actually quite cosy. To talk to you about something that I'm very interested about on these cars. I've got it written out on my phone, it's quite long. So, firstly, the big thing with these is it wasn't as popular as its brethren. And I've researched this, and before the NDs came out, these were quite expensive. And due to them being a bit heavier and having all these things that people considered less pure than the NB, they decided that it wasn't as good. Personally, I think that's a load of bullshit. But in recent years, I think that's changed. These prices have settled down, you can get these for quite respectable sums, and they're becoming more popular. Just Google NC, and you're starting to see more people talk about them as a solid part of the MX-5 lineup, which I think they finally are getting that they deserve. But people are appreciating them for what they are now, and they're finally getting the recognition that they so desperately deserve, since they are a fundamental part of the MX-5 lineage. Like, I know quite a bit about MX-5s. My dad had an NA94, he had it imported new. Then my mum, Mazdas in general, my mum, she had a Mazda 3 first gen. It was the sport package, it was the one down from the Mazda Speed car. perfect car. Mazda Speed's had a lot of torque steering issues like that, but hey, it was a perfect car for it, and I think Mazdas are actually quite good for what they are. Hey, this is a car review, so I have to come to a conclusion. And, well, I did over a week ago when I was researching this car. So, in my opinion, these are a much overlooked member of the MX-5 family. Let me close this door. And I think that they deserve a lot more appreciation that they've been given in recent years. So, I'd say watch out for rougher cars and buy the 2 litres if possible, because they do seem to be the best cars. And if you live in certain climates, definitely go for the retractable roof models, because, as you can probably tell, these are soft tops, and soft tops can leak a bit. But yeah, actually, I think this one's been alright, all things considered. At the moment, these are probably the best value MX-5s as an all-round package, and the best daily MX-5s. So hey, that's all I really have to say. Thanks for watching. I'll see you around. Bye.
Hey guys, guess who it is? It's Editing Ben again, back at you at 11:17 at night, just before the video's meant to be going up. So yeah, I just want to say thanks for watching all the way through. That's a normal thing. Like, subscribe, everything YouTubers are normally banging on about. But yeah, I just want to say, this might be the last video for a week or two, just because my birthday's next week, and the days I normally record on and write scripts and stuff, I'm doing stuff for my birthday. Like, Sundays I'm going to the big city. Oh, that was my worst Welsh accent ever. I've lived in Wales for over 10 years. I should be able to do a Welsh accent. Let me try it again. In the big city. But yeah, I'm going there with some mates, just have a laugh for my birthday. Yeah, so maybe my car reviews might not go up that week. Also, I've run out of family members to borrow cars off. Yeah, it's like I've gone for my mum, I've gone for my dad, I've gone for my uncle. I might have to ask my sister if I can have her A-class for a bit. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, maybe I can borrow a car from someone. Like, if I get enough traction on YouTube. Yeah, like, maybe a dealer will give me something. Hey, you never know. But yeah, thanks for everything. Like, my videos are doing really well at the moment. Let me check how well they're doing. YouTube Studio. Oh my god, I've hit 581 views this month. My TVR, oh my god, my TVR review has one view left to hit 200. That's pretty much the only video I've ever had to hit 200 on a reasonable time frame, and it's just hit it. Let's go. I got it on audio, not video. But yeah, thanks for watching. Everything's really great. I hope you stick around and enjoy my channel as it grows. So yeah, that's been me, Ben, my incoherent ramblings at near 12. I'm going mad. Yeah, I better stop this and go to sleep. Yeah, so anyway, that's been Ben. Bye.